Stop studying the wrong way. You're wasting your time. Have you ever spent hours studying only to forget everything in the exam? If so, you're not alone. Most students waste up to 80% of their study time using methods that feel productive but don't actually work. Reading, highlighting, and cramming might make you feel busy, but they rarely help you remember. And here's the truth. Studying harder doesn't mean learning more. Studying smarter does. In this video, you'll discover how to study effectively, save years of frustration, and actually remember what you learn. Mistake number 1, highlighting and rereading. We've all done it, sitting with the highlighter, marking every other sentence in our textbook, and rereading it again and again. It feels like progress, right? Wrong. Studies show that rereading has a retention rate of only 10%. That means if you read a chapter today, by next week, you'll forget 90% of it. Why does it feel like it's working? Because your brain recognizes the words, but recognition isn't understanding. Think about it. Watching the same movie over and over doesn't make you a filmmaker. You just become familiar with the story, not the craft. The problem? You're learning passively. You're not challenging your brain to retrieve, connect, or apply the information, which is exactly how real learning happens. Mistake number 2, cramming. Let's be honest, we've all crammed before a test. You stay up all night, chug coffee, and stuff information into your brain like trying to zip a suitcase that's too full. And maybe you survive the exam, but by the next week, gone. Your brain treats crammed information like junk mail. It gets rid of it because you never gave it a reason to hold on. Cramming tricks your brain into short-term storage, but real mastery requires time and repetition. If you only study to pass, you'll always lose to those who study to understand. Mistake number 3, passive studying. Imagine trying to learn how to swim by reading a book about swimming. You wouldn't jump into a pool and expect to float, right? You'd drown. Yet that's exactly what most students do. They read, listen, or watch and assume they've learned. Learning isn't watching. Learning is doing. Until you test yourself, explain it to someone else, or apply it, it doesn't stick. The truth, retention over consumption. Effective studying isn't about how long you spent. It's about how much you retain. Some people study for 3 hours and forget everything. Others study for 1 hour and remember for life. The difference? How they study. Most students focus on consuming information, reading, listening, or watching. Top learners focus on retaining it by recalling, explaining, and practicing. So stop counting hours. Start counting how much you can remember. The learning pyramid. There's a simple model that explains why some methods work better than others. It's called the learning pyramid. Here's what it says. Reading, 10% retention. Listening to lectures, 20%. Watching demonstrations, 30%. Practicing, 75%. Teaching others, 90%. See the difference? Passive methods give you surface knowledge. Active methods, like practice and teaching, make learning permanent. So if you truly want to remember, stop just reading and start doing. How to study the right way. Now that you know what not to do, here's how to actually study smarter. These 3 steps can change your learning forever. Step 1, active recall. If you want to remember more in less time, use active recall. It's simple. Instead of rereading, ask yourself questions and pull the answers from memory. Your brain strengthens every time it struggles to retrieve information. That's how memories form. The Feynman technique. If you can't explain something simply, you don't truly understand it. Take a concept and try to teach it to a 5-year-old. If you get stuck, you found a gap in your knowledge. Relearn it, simplify it, and teach it again until your explanation is crystal clear. Teaching forces your brain to organize information. That's why it works so well. Self-quizzing. Top students don't study more. They test more. Use flashcards, past exam papers, or self-made quizzes.
Self-quizzing. Here's a fact. The top students don't study more, they test themselves more. Instead of rereading, they actively quiz themselves using flashcards, past exam papers, or self-made quizzes. A real-world case study showed that students who quizzed themselves before studying scored 50% higher on exams than those who just read their notes. Step 2. Spaced repetition and the forgetting curve. Did you know that you forget 50% of what you learn within an hour? This is called the forgetting curve, and it explains why cramming fails. Your brain is wired to forget things it doesn't use. But here's the good news. You can hack your memory to remember more with less effort. Instead of trying to memorize everything in one sitting, spread it out over time. How to use spaced repetition in 3 steps. Day 1, learn the material. Day 3, quick review, approximately 10 minutes. Day 7, self-test without notes. Step 3, how to make studying a daily habit. The real challenge? Sticking to a study routine. Most people struggle because they procrastinate, they get overwhelmed, they burn out. So let's fix that with 3 simple habit hacks. Hack 1, the 2-minute rule. This is a psychological trick that stops procrastination. Instead of telling yourself, I have to study for an hour, tell yourself, I'll just read 1 page, or I'll just do 1 flashcard. Once you start, your brain shifts into might as well keep going mode. Hack 2, habit stacking. Attach studying to a routine you already do. After brushing your teeth, review 1 flashcard. After breakfast, do a 5-minute quiz. After dinner, summarize 1 concept in your own words. By linking it to an existing habit, it becomes automatic, just like brushing your teeth. Hack 3, avoid burnout with the Pomodoro technique. If studying feels like a marathon, your brain will resist. Instead, use the Pomodoro technique. 25 minutes of deep focus, 5-minute break. Repeat 4 times, then take a longer break. Now here's the hard truth. Even the best study techniques won't help you if you don't use them consistently. Most students cram for hours the night before and wonder why they forget everything. But the real secret? Small daily effort beats last-minute panic every single time. If this helped, hit like and subscribe so you never miss a game-changing tip. Good luck with your studies. Now, go crush it!